Om Shanti. Today Baba is talking about bondages and relationship. In Hindi, it is called Bandhan and Sambandh. And Baba says that in the old world there are only bondages. And when Baba comes, there is a possibility of sambandh. I will not use the word bondage and relationship. I will prefer the word bandhan and sambandh. So Baba says, in the old world there is only bandhan, bondage. And only when Baba comes, there is a possibility of a sambandh. And how Baba defines a bandhan is, a bandhan gives you sorrow and a sambandh gives you happiness. Now, the interesting thing is our relationship with sorrow and happiness also at this time, because sorrow has been so much glorified and romanticized because we live in a world of sorrow that we don't understand the difference between sorrow and happiness also. If you see all the theater we have watched, the novels we have read, the literature we have studied, the movies we have seen, everything is about the glorification and the romanticization of sorrow. So, we have sad songs, we have tragedies, we have, so all these genres are created, and this is just an attempt to glorify and romanticize sorrow. So this is why, and interestingly in the Murli, Baba today uses a very good term, illusion. And Baba says that everything that is your own dictate, the dictates of your mind and the dictates of the old world. So whatever you learn in the old world is an illusion. So what is an illusion? It looks like one thing, but it is another. So basically, when we talk about sorrow and happiness, it is very important to understand that what has been presented to us as happiness is actually sorrow. So that is the illusion that has been created in the world. So, sometimes I remember there was this one young brother, and I asked him, so think about your day in Satyug. So how would the day be? So it's all, in harmony, and everybody is in a happy state, and there is an exchange of love and an exchange of, good energy, good vibe all the time. So that brother, he thought for some time, and then he said, Didi, should I say what I really feel? So I said, yes, you tell me. So he said, I feel like a robot. So I feel like everything would be so robotic and so systematic. So, this is very interesting because happiness, all happiness looks robotic to us. And happiness and sorrow, or, love and betrayal and all of that, we always we have this interesting relationship with sorrow which Maya has created, and that is an illusion. So people are suffering, the souls are draining themselves of spiritual energy, but what we don't understand is because obviously, when you are in an illusion, you cannot understand. So, when we are all put in that illusion where sorrow has been presented as happiness. So, Baba says that all the bandhan that we are in is basically giving us sorrow, but we are not able to understand that, and somehow it has been programmed into us that this is happiness and this is what you should go after. And when we say bandhan, what does bandhan mean? So there is a sense of compulsiveness in bandhan. So Baba today says that your mind and intellect are wandering after the bandhan. So there is a sense of compulsiveness where we can't stop thinking, and we can't withdraw our attention from those bandhan. So there are people, there are relationships in the world, worldly relationships, there are people, there are places, there are things which we can't stop thinking about, and we can't pull our attention away from. And the more we think about them, the more we focus on them, we are experiencing greater sorrow. So we are in this kind of a bondage where, and there are so many children these days who come to the center and they say that I can't stop compulsively thinking about this one person or this one thing or this one job that or this one unfulfilled desire. So there is always this bandhan going on. And then what's happening? See, your mind is a faculty, your intellect is a faculty, and you're creating karma through your thought, you're creating karma through your buddhi. So Baba says, the more and more you think about those bandhan, the more and more your attention is anchored in that bandhan. What is happening is your spiritual energy is slowly, gradually getting depleted. But you can't help it. So that's how it's going. And so you see, there was this sister, and she was once talking to me, and she was telling me that, Didi, I understand the way I'm using my thought, time, energy, and money is not right. I definitely understand that. She said that I've been in Gyan for very long, but the way I'm using my time, thought, energy, and money, I definitely understand that it is not what it should be. And I also understand that the way I'm using it is bringing misery into my life. So misery at the level of feelings, misery at the level of physical conditions, everything is coming into my life because of the way I'm using my time, thought, energy, and money, but I can't help it. So she was just telling me that the more I'm trying my best, but I'm not able to help it. So I was the other day I was sharing with her that this is bandhan, and how does this bandhan come into place in the first instance? It happens because we have created a karmic account with the old world. So we have invested so much in the old world, we have invested so much time, thought, energy, and money based on vices that now it's such a deep karmic account that we can't come out of it. So this is what's happening. And in the old world, we didn't have any choice. So all we did was think about people, invest our attention and thought in people mostly, and or in places and things and events and issues. So that's all we did. And we only experienced sorrow because there is nothing the old world can offer. But we didn't know better, so what could we do? So you think about it, we have done only this for 63 births. And now there is a deep karmic account, there is a deep sanskar of thinking about people, places, and things. So when you sit to think about Baba, it requires effort, right? But when does it require effort to remember people? It doesn't require any effort. So the moment your attention slips away from Baba, it goes and gets stuck in some person. And Baba today gives a very good explanation of why this happens also. So Baba says you have lived with people for so long and you have been body conscious, and in body consciousness it looks very natural to remember the material world and remember bodies and just get stuck there. So this is what we had been doing for 63 births. But now Baba says, now that I have come, you have a choice. Earlier you didn't have a choice. Let's just suppose that somebody doesn't know Baba and you tell them not to think about people, then what would they say? Then who do I think about? Because thinking is a faculty which is always going on and on. So who do I think about? So now there is a choice. So now that we know Baba, now that we know how to consider myself a soul and remember Baba, there is this possibility that I can shift from a bandhan to a sambandh. There is a possibility that I can move from remembering those who give me sorrow to remembering that the one who gives me happiness, eternal happiness. So this choice, this window has opened just in this Sangam Yuga. And this is why Baba is urging us to forge this relationship with Baba and pull away my man and buddhi from old relationships that are giving me sorrow. Yes, so you see that whenever you remember somebody, the only thing you receive is sorrow. And there are some people who say that should we not remember good times or things that happened and were nice, but when you remember the old times, the good times, what happens is you feel worse about the present time. And it takes you into nostalgia. And then what happens? You feel sorrowful. Yes, so there is this, somebody was asking me the other day, don't you miss the place where you grew up and where you were born and brought up? And don't you feel like going there and just reliving those memories? So I said, the place I grew up is not there anymore. It has changed. Has it not? So the places we grew up in, the people we grew up with have all changed. And if you go there, what you do is miss them. You don't get that same thing again. So why do you go there? To miss them. So I said, I don't go to miss them. If I have to miss somebody, I'll sit here and miss them. Why do I go and miss them, right? So the thing is, you are always running after this illusion. So Baba tells us that everything is a bandhan. So wherever you go, wherever your mind wanders, wherever your intellect wanders, in the old world, it is only going to experience sorrow. But the thing is, we just like, in an illusion, you think every time, you are trapped into thinking that maybe this time it will be different. So it is the same thing with this old world. Every time you start thinking about a person, you think that maybe this time I will feel different, but it doesn't happen. So Baba says now you have to realize that all of it is bandhan, and the only sambandh, the only place where you get happiness is in this relationship with Baba. But it needs effort, right? It's not like you just think that I'm going to finish all my bandhan and have my sambandh with Baba. No, it takes time and effort, because there is a karmic account, there is a deep sanskar. So it needs purusharth. You need to make concerted, consistent effort to remove your man and buddhi from being focused in the old world and taking it to Baba. And only practice can do it. Yes, so, but every practice has to have the foundation of deep realization. So I have seen that any practice, let's say, when people fall ill and then they start, having an exercise routine, that also, the deeper the realization of the illness, the more intense the exercise routine. Yes. Or maybe even if it is not illness that's motivating, maybe it's a goal. Maybe the person understands that I have to prepare for Olympics or marathon or this or that, and then they start running. So any practice, in order to do it consistently, you have to have the fire of realization. You have to have the fire of that deep knowing that this is what is real and this is what I want to do. So Baba says that through the Murli I am inspiring you to now shift your man and buddhi from all the bandhan to this sambandh with Baba. And Baba today tells something very beautiful. Baba says, you say, my mind wanders a great deal. It cannot be forged in a relationship with one. This is what we tell Baba. So when we sit to remember Baba, the mind wanders, and then forging it into a relationship with one looks very impossible. And then Baba says, we want to have very firm yoga with our sweetest unlimited Father who gives us happiness, so that our intellects do not wander anywhere else. So realize that this is my unlimited Father. He is the sweetest. And when you think about this more and more, and when you have firm yoga with Baba, based on this realization that Baba is so sweet and Baba is my only one who I have all relationships with, then slowly, gradually, the intellect will stop wandering. So if you keep saying that my intellect wanders, your intellect will wander more. But if you start practicing, start forging this relationship with Baba, then slowly the wandering of the intellect will also stop. And then Baba also tells something about the drama. So Baba today says that you have faith that your deity kingdom is definitely going to be established according to the drama. Even if we don't want it, it will definitely happen. Yes, so if you don't want the night to come, will it not come? It will, yes. If you don't want the day to come after the night, will it not come? It will come. Because that is the nature of the world. But the question is not whether Satyug will come or not. Satyug will definitely come. Yes, but the question is whether I will go there or not. So we are not working for so this whole effort that we are making, it's not because whether Satyug will come or not come. Satyug is definitely coming, but am I finding a place in it? That's the question. So Baba says that even if we don't want it, it will definitely happen. It is impossible for it not to be established. The drama will definitely enable it to be established. The drama will definitely enable us to make effort exactly as it did in the previous cycle. Now, let me ask you one question. Are you making effort, or do you realize that the drama is also pushing you to make effort? How many of you say that the drama is pushing me to make effort? Yes? Anybody who says that, yes. So we realize that the drama also pushes us to make effort. Yes, so everybody realizes that this happens. Why? Because in the drama, we have to become a deity. So you will see that whenever you, there are times when I don't feel like doing things, not making effort. But then something or the other happens, and I will also tell you sometimes what is happening and the thoughts and feelings that I create out of that happening, they are totally unconnected. So sometimes, it also feels like this happened, but why am I feeling like this about this? But then in every event, sometimes magically you get this inspiration that this is happening because there is lack of effort, and then you start making effort also, and then you're put in certain conditions where you have to make effort. So Baba says that this is also our part, but the thing is you have to play along. So the drama is helping you. It's drama and Baba are on the same side. Earlier, the drama was against you, so the drama was not helping you. But now the drama and Baba are on the same side. But the thing is, am I on the same side with drama and Baba? Yes, that's the question. Because you see, Baba has come. Baba is giving us Shrimat. Shrimat means the mat, the directions which make us sresht, which make us elevated. Now, we don't receive Shrimat in the world. In the world, we only receive the mat that makes us degraded. Right? But Baba is giving us Shrimat. That's our fortune. That's also because of this Sangam Yuga. Second thing is, the drama is also motivating this COVID situation and whatever is happening in the world. It is also inspiring everybody to go inwards, right? So the drama is also on Baba's side. These days, when you speak the Gyan, then and look around at the conditions of the world, then the conditions of the world and your own life conditions are corroborating the Gyan. It's not like you feel like this Gyan is something else and my life conditions are different. No, they are in sync. So your drama and Baba are in alignment. But then, are you on the same page with them? That's the question. Because if we keep resisting, if we keep exercising our Manmat and Parmat, if we keep following the dictates of Ravan, despite drama and Baba inspiring us in the other direction, then we will lose our fortune. So Baba says, have you heard of that expression, go with the flow? Yes, so this is the flow right now. So Baba is also inspiring us to make effort. Drama is also inspiring us to make effort. But are we willing to go with the flow? That's the question. Because what does ego do? Ego will always ask you to go against the flow. Yes, ego will tell you, no, even if I'm getting the inspiration to do this, let me not do it. So ego always wants you to go against the flow. Now Baba says, I and the drama have come together. Now you have to join us. And this is the easiest thing you can do. This is the least you can do. And even now, if you keep resisting, then people say God also can't help you. So that's so that's what will happen. So Baba says that the drama will definitely enable us to make effort exactly as it did in the previous cycle. However, you do have to follow Srimad. You must not say that it is the drama and follow your own dictates. Yes. Baba says, you know that according to the drama, Bharat definitely has to become heaven, but in order to claim a high status, you are inspired to make effort by following Srimad. So Bharat will become heaven according to drama, but you will get your status according to Srimad. So better follow Srimad. Okay. Then Baba also says this thing about Srimad, which I was talking about. Baba says, the dictates of the self and the dictates of human beings are called illusion. Yes. So you see, there have been surveys in the world where people have tried to figure out what does the soul want, what is the quest of the soul, or what are we all seeking. And in all those researches, there has been finding that everybody is looking for peace, love and happiness. Yes, every soul, be it across religions, across nationalities, anybody is seeking peace, love and happiness. And Baba says that every human attempt is just for this, being peaceful, being happy, finding love. But when human beings tell you what to do to find this, that is more in the nature of an illusion. So your own mind and the people around you and the world in general is telling you the path to peace, love and happiness, but that path is not a path. It is just an illusion. And Baba says that the Father comes and liberates you from all illusions. Baba says that you will find peace, love and happiness when you connect with the ocean of peace, love and happiness. And then Baba says that when you draw into yourself peace, love and happiness from Baba, and you follow Baba's Srimad about being pure and being a yogi, then you will deserve a world of love, peace and happiness. So Baba says that this is the only method. When you remember the ocean of peace, love and happiness and follow his Srimad, be a yogi, be pure, then you will change into a soul who deserves a world of love, peace, and happiness. And every other method that the world is teaching you is not a method, it's just an illusion. So Baba says that the Father comes and liberates you from all illusions. This is the land of sorrow. You are now receiving Shrimat to go to the land of happiness. Only when we follow Shrimat, we will go to the land of happiness. You are receiving directions from the incorporeal Father. You can never receive Shrimat from corporeal human beings. In Ravan's kingdom, no one apart from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can give Shrimat to the devilish community through which they can become elevated. And we can see that neither in the scriptures nor in religions, we never receive this Shrimat of considering ourselves a soul, living a life of purity and having our yoga with Baba. So Baba says this is the only method to become elevated. Okay. Now let us take the blessing also today. Now Baba says in the blessing, the essence of all points is to become a point. Yes. And you see, Baba gives us basically 3 points. The point of a soul, the point of Baba, who is a point, and the point of drama. Yes. And when you apply these points, then all question marks are over. Yes. So when you see somebody, when you see a soul and their behavior, their attitudes, or whatever they are doing, their habits, they are triggering a question mark in you. Why are they the way they are? Yes. Then you apply the point of a soul. What do you tell yourself? This is a soul, and every soul is unique. Yeah, they are not like me, but they are not bad. They are just different. And variety is the spice of life. So let me relish the difference between me and them. Yes, they are just different, and it makes the world better and more spiceful. So when you apply the point of soul, then it finishes question marks. Then the second point you apply sometimes, which is that of Baba. Now, whenever you are not able to adjust, when you are not able to accommodate something, and your vices are getting triggered, your criticism and complaint is getting triggered, your question mark box is opening up, then you remind yourself, this is a child of God, and I don't have any right about judging anybody who is God's child. Yes. And I am Baba's child, and I have to follow his Shrimat. So when you apply this point of Baba, then also all the questions finish. Then the third point is that of the drama. And in the explanation of the blessing, Baba has given a very good description of applying the point of drama. Baba says, just use the slogan, whatever happened, whatever is happening, and whatever is to happen will be the best. Why? Because the drama is the best. Yes. So whatever happened, whatever is happening, and whatever will happen will be the best. Because the confluence age is the best of all. Right now you're with Baba, can't get better than this. So Baba says, by saying it is good, it will become good. And whenever you see a situation, whenever you see something which doesn't look the best, but you have faith that this is the best because I am in the best hands right now. I am with Baba, and anything that is not best can't happen to me. So when you have this faith, and when you think that it is the best, it will turn out to be the best. So Baba says, by doing this, you will continue to experience an easy yogi life. Why an easy yogi life? Because an easy yogi life means being a point and remembering the point. So when you are able to come to this awareness of a full stop, all question marks are over, then your yoga with Baba is not disturbed. So this is about the blessing. And in the slogan, Baba today says, love is the way to have easy remembrance. To become merged in love is to be an easy yogi. Yes. And what is love? The first quality of love is surrender. Yes. So let me ask you one question. Are you capable of love? Because love needs an innocent heart, love needs surrender, and when we are full of trauma and ego, we are not capable of love. And I see many Brahmins who are struggling because they are too jnani and have no love in their heart. So the intellects are so because the heart is wounded and the soul is full of ego, so all the knowledge is being churned in the intellect, but then the most important element, love, is missing. So that's why they are struggling with yoga, they are struggling with Shrimad, they are struggling with dharana, they are struggling with everything. But an easy yogi life happens. Easy yogi life means when you do everything naturally in Baba's remembrance. And where there is Baba's remembrance, there is full compliance of Shrimat also. So, but it looks very natural and easy to you. And when does that happen? When you have love in your heart for Baba. But I think that anybody who is capable of love will have love for Baba, because Baba is the most love worthy. Who else is more love worthy than Baba? But if we don't have love in our heart for Baba, it's just because that capacity of love is lost. So if you don't have love in your heart for Baba, then I don't think you have love in your heart for anybody, because you're not capable of love. Because I think that if you have any capacity of love, you cannot stop yourself from loving Baba. And when you love Baba, then a yogi life becomes very easy, very natural for you. You think it, and in my experience, when you have love in your heart for Baba, then a yogi life looks inevitable. You feel like, what else would I do rather than be a yogi? So a pure life, a yogi life, a life of disciplines and maryadas looks very natural and normal to you. So if you don't have love in your heart for Baba, then yogi life is difficult. And if you don't have love in your heart for Baba, the only reason is because you're not capable of love. And how do you become capable of love? By cleaning that trauma and washing away your ego. So the more you listen to Murli, the more you sit in yoga, then slowly that cleansing happens and then that love is again reignited. Okay, Om Shanti.